What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Working Time Productions. I'm Ed, that's Ollie. This is Game Talk. We lost our original first 8 minutes of this, and so we're gonna try and blaze through it pretty quickly. Big internet controversy
about Blizzard,
about video games at the moment. Blizzard's Overwatch. There's a victory pose called
over the shoulder
for a character that apparently it doesn't make sense for. There was a big
We're following Tracer's footsteps, you might say, by speeding through a bunch of crap.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a big forum.
Pretty much.
There was a big forum post. And it's just basically saying that's it's just reducing the character to a sex symbol, and that shouldn't be in the game. It doesn't make sense for the character. And basically, it's just saying that's stupid. But then on the other end of the spectrum, you have to think other people are saying they're not sticking to their guns, and how are they okay with cartoon violence but not cartoon sexiness, and then there's people saying sexiness can be empowering sometimes, and it's just a whole rigmarole.
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah, what we're talking about today is basically, how do you feel about developers who, when you think about it, video games are art, that makes developers artists.
Yeah.
How do you feel about them being censored and being
when you phrase it like that,
being called out by the people who play their art technically. It doesn't really happen in many other mediums.
Yeah.
But in this, developers can kind of be attacked for artistic choices that they make in a game.
I mean, it's
how do you feel about it?
It's when it's phrased like that, it's it kind of seems like the artists are being persecuted almost, or bullied.
Yep.
But there is times when censorship is needed for just for unnecessary crap, just a bit, not to make a foul taste in your mouth when you're playing a game. I mean, personally, I would have just been meh.
Get over it.
Oh, I wouldn't even get over it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, basically.
But that's probably because I'm not. It would have, if I was invested in the character, I would have been that's dumb. But it's an MMO, and it's
no, MOBA, multiplayer.
Sorry,
multiplayer shooter.
Sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's still so it's still it's still a bit the characters still have some banter, so it's
there's still technically characters.
Yeah, there's still characters in there, and I can get
traits.
That. I mean, it does. I do understand people's annoyance, but I suppose on the character, it can depending on who they are, it can change the. It'll be the same thing, but it can change the meaning behind it. Widowmaker would do it to show off and sexualize herself, where Tracy would probably do it to show off in a different sense of because she's quick.
Awesome,
yeah, she's quick. She's probably just what are you gonna do? And then run off,
Yeah, exactly. And and the other thing you have to think about that's an optional victory pose. There's in the final game there'll probably be 6 or 7 other victory poses for this one character. So just
and
choose
even
another one.
And even on this, it's got whoop, there it is. You can change your outfit so it does fit the character anyway. I mean, I understand that sexualizing females is
a big
pretty
issue.
Yeah, it's a pretty big controversy at this point in time.
Especially when it's unnecessary.
Yeah, especially when unnecessary. But
Kojima.
Males get sexualized all the time as well, but we just don't realize it because we've been conditioned and used to it. And it's because in our society as well, where males are allowed to walk around shirtless and crap like that. You know, they're allowed to flaunt and not be ashamed and
ultimately is a societal problem.
Yeah, it is. It's back to, it's all about perception, really. In my opinion, I don't know. Blizzard, personally, I think Blizzard did the right thing by listening to the audience.
Yeah.
And being
that was a good move, but
and
at the same time, I'm no marketer, I'm no marketing student, but I probably would have stuck to my guns and said, this is what we chose to have in the game.
Yeah. But maybe since...
And just maybe not have it in the final game. This is the closed beta, just deal with it for the closed beta. We'll think about it.
That's the point of betas, game. That's the point of betas.
I suppose so.
So it's good that they did respond to it and they have taken it out, but because it's about butts. Because we're men, and we like to sexualize female people. I'm kidding.
As opposed to female non-people?
Yes, female snake people.
Yeah, I sexualize them all the time.
Yeah, man. those scaly features. But back to the topic at hand. We're only 4 minutes in and we've burned through because we're just like, all right, we've got to catch up again.
Yeah, pretty much. I went to the movies, so like, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. To see that movie again, which is dumb. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. In Australia, we used the censorship anyway.
Yep.
Because like we didn't even get Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 wasn't released until until the board actually allowed for R ratings. Like if it was something that was deemed like this would be rated R, it just wasn't released. Like we never got God of War 3. I think by the time Ascension came out, the R rating had come out.
I had God of War 3 upon release. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Is there a God of War 4?
I think that's what Ascension
is.
Or... I don't know. There might be. I can't remember. I stopped following after 3.
I don't know.
It's a fun button.
I'm pretty sure a God of War wasn't released here.
Yeah.
But then Mortal Kombat 9 wasn't released on launch. But then the Ultimate Edition was because the R rating has since been released in Australia.
Grand Theft Auto that wasn't released or something. Nah, I don't think so. I don't know.
I find it unlikely.
But
5 did get an R.
Yeah, and I'm like replaying Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
And originally I played an uncensored version.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought it off Steam the other day, and there's this giant scene where you get abducted by the aliens, and a whole lot of it is blocked. And it's literally just like a South Park style koala crying, and then it's like a caption of what's happening.
Yeah. Because in Australia, by Australia's game rating standards, is you're not allowed to depict sexual violence on screen in video games.
Correct.
And if you reference sexual violence at all, you get an R rating straight away.
Yeah.
Which is why Watch Dogs is R. And there are probably other cases of the game.
Yeah.
Of games being.
I don't really like Watch Dogs though. Anyway, I got bored.
I thought it was fine. It wasn't like next generation like it was promised to be, but it was fine.
Yeah.
I had fun with it. It had solid mechanics.
I don't know. The driving was dumb.
I actually found it really funny. The driving, it was like hilarious.
It was like driving on ice.
Hilariously slippery.
Yeah,
I found it really funny.
It was stupid.
I haven't played heaps of Grand Theft Auto 5, so I'm still deciding which one I like better. Like the really
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really tight Grand Theft Auto 5 driving, or like really.
I like Grand Theft Auto 5, like just for the world as well.
I've been meaning to pick it up.
But I swear one of the Grand Theft Autos had something censored. I think it was San Diego had something censored, but I can't remember. San Andreas, sorry. I don't know though.
Oh, mate, are you just thinking of the hot coffee mod?
Maybe.
Yeah, because that was a thing everywhere.
I don't know, maybe. Anyway, but like...
Yeah, that was pretty crap with Stick of Truth. Like, Stick of Truth is like a story-driven game, and like... Yeah. And so
it actually feels like you're in an episode. Like if you're a big fan of South Park and you're playing it, and all of a sudden you get censored, it's like
to have someone say that like you can't have this in your game. That's like that kind of sucks because like ultimately that's an artistic choice to build comedy and stuff and and to be part of the story in your game. And someone has just like said like, well, we're not gonna release your game if you keep it in there. Like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks.
So like for like a whole 5 minutes, my screen was just with a koala on it.
Yeah.
With like a 30-second of break of me moving to the next part where there's a koala on it.
Yeah.
It's funny though because the developers still just explained exactly what happened. You just didn't.
And that was a big news story in general. Like I think people that we knew ahead of release that was coming.
Yeah. There's
because Ubisoft were pretty upfront about it. It got straight up censored.
Yeah, bloody Australia.
Yeah.
But with Blizzard, with this whole censorship of over the shoulder, or somebody, would you say it's censorship?
Well,
because it's more just like response.
It's not like full on censorship, but it's like It's definitely like removing parts that were originally in the game.
Yeah, but like that's what a beta's for. Alphas especially and betas are for bugs and like I don't know, seeing how the public responds to each event. So like when it comes to this, it's exactly what the beta's for, and it shows that the beta was worthwhile. You know, it's like at least we're gonna get a game that's like been well developed. This is just an example of that. So this censorship thing is by all means I suppose I would say legit and reasonable.
Mm.
Like, I understand that it's not to the character, but it doesn't bother me that much. That's probably because I'm a man and I don't get subjugated to such things.
Now I've got a question for you. How do you feel about censorship when it breaks tone?
What do you mean?
Because Overwatch... This is another quote from the Kotaku article. The end result has been a game that tone-wise lands somewhere between Team Fortress 2 and a Pixar production. It's yeah, so it's like tonally, like it's a cartoony.
Yeah, it's basically Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, it's cartoonish violence. Like
yeah.
Like how.
Yeah.
Like how can you say it's okay to have like cartoonish violence but not
cartoon sexualization?
Sexiness, like.
Well, like violence can happen to anyone. And but when you think about, and so can sexualization actually. But now that you think about it, like just saying that sentence was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Females aren't the only one that are sexy. Males are pretty hot too.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think so.
There's like a few guys I would be like, I'd go you. But like, it's just as long as it doesn't affect the gameplay and like. I don't really see how it can affect the tone that much.
Okay,
But like this could be like the start of something, you know. I'm not for it.
Mm.
I'm not against it. It's just like it happened. It's good. I'm actually really surprised that Blizzard were just like, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah. And it wasn't necessary for the character. That's a really good point.
Yeah,
that was like Tracer. Like seems like. I don't know. She seems like a really cool person.
Yeah, just like kind of like a cheeky.
Yeah, cheeky
assassin.
Like, she should be more. I don't know. Maybe if she's like fast, like every kid wants to be really, really fast, and maybe she should be more like young and like naive, and have like a pose like that, or like like a teen, sarcastic teen, or like an adult. It would have been funny if Tracer was an old lady, because it would have been just like so like. Juxtaposed with her like abilities.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as for you it doesn't impact gameplay, you kind of like don't really care. When
pretty much.
Censored.
It's more and the character. As long as it doesn't affect gameplay and the character.
Okay. Because I'm one of those people who like very much thinks like it's a piece of art. This is the developer's choice.
Yeah.
Kind of just like respect that.
For the developers
decision.
not to even respond like with a rebuttal in the first place, they didn't rebuttal with it, did they? They just gave it away.
They just straight up said.
So that kind of makes it seem to me that like they sort of had it in there just because she was like.
Yeah, there's another article that says removing Tracer's pose was an easy decision, says Jeff Kaplan from Overwatch.
Yeah, like it seems like they just had it in there because they, I don't know.
Just as an overthought almost.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like a toss in, like an extra thing. It's like, yeah, sure, we can't. It's almost like they were too lazy to come up with another pose, and we're like, yeah, just give her that one.
I've got a good question. When does censorship go too far?
Because when it ruins the game, or just like. Most of the time, unless if it's a crap game, and like when after you play, you're like, yeah. Like also MW2, like Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty. There was that whole scene where you go in the airport and you slaughter a billion people.
Yeah, just like innocents.
You just go you can choose not to.
Yeah, you can skip the chapter.
Yeah, and you can like just not shoot. Really,
that's known as the no Russian scene.
Yeah,
and the outcome in that story is exactly the same no matter what you do in that scene.
Yeah, exactly. Like I usually was like, why am I shooting people right now?
Yeah.
So like I pretty much stopped as soon as I got past like the first escalator, and I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, this is kind of
like it was dumb and unnecessary, but that wasn't censored. Yeah, but it was I don't know.
Because more again from the article. This is from the original blog post that got the pose removed. I have a young daughter that every day when I wake up wants to watch the Recall trailer again. She knows who Tracer is, and as she grows up, she can grow up alongside these characters. What I'm asking is that as you continue to add to the Overwatch cast and investment elements, you double down on your commitment to create strong female characters. You've been doing a good job so far, but shipping with a Tracer pose like this undermines so much of the good you've already done.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's a reply to that that says, next he'll be asking you to take away McCree's cigar because she doesn't want her daughter to see people smoking. Is that the same thing? Or not really? Because one of the arguments she's making is like she doesn't want her daughter to see females being sexualized.
This is the thing. Like, this is like the classic example of people like saying, I don't like this show, my kids shouldn't be watching it. Why don't you watch what your kids are watching? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you don't make sure your daughter isn't like being being indoctrinated into the sexualization, you know? It's up to the parents as well. It's not just us. Like, it's not just the games.
It's not rated yet by the ESRB, so I can't tell you.
I would say M.
No, because mature is 17 plus in America. So.
Oh, I'm thinking about Australia. Yeah.
Oh, in M, yeah, probably M in Australia, but it'll probably only get a teen in America.
Yeah. Well, because I can't be bothered learning American ratings.
I have had to, sadly.
I mean, it's useful if you're then kind of go in the game industry. I mean, I would love it if I was in the game industry, but like, I don't know. I think I'd just stick with playing them and being obsessed with them, to be honest. Yeah. But like, when before you asked me when does censorship go too far, my response to that is
like it's like getting rid of cigars because you don't want to see your daughter see people smoking.
Yeah, that changes the character a lot. Like, if it's like a cigar is stereotypically with like a buff military man who's like
character.
All right, man, let's go.
Like, I think the comedian like watching.
Yeah, like exactly. I mean, you want it's just like it's a part of their charm. Like the over the shoulder pose with Tracer is not her charm. It's not the character.
Yeah.
So that's where I would say censorship going too far is like with South Park, is like with Mortal Kombat when we don't even get to play a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think is.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
Well, that's been pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I felt like I talked a lot.
Yeah, I kind of like pushed you in that direction.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You were asking me questions.
So yeah. This has been...
Hi guys!
Hey Colin, I'm Jackie T from Sony. I'm here to talk to you about PlayStation VR.
You guys did a really good job.
Jack Trenton from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's Jackie T. This has been Game Talk. Thank you for watching. That's Ollie. That's Ed. Sound off in the comments what you think about censorship in video games. You should like us on Facebook at facebook.com/workingtitle. YouTube. You should follow me on Twitter at Mr. Spaghetti22, and you should follow Ollie on Twitter at Oliver Pusey, all lowercase.
So comment for banter, like for support,
and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos.
Yeah. I would love it if you did all that stuff.
Yeah, I know, that'd be real good.
Yeah.